into this USA basketball news, man.
Whoa.
Caitlin Clark didn't make the team.
Yeah.
Was it a snub? Was it not a snub? I don't know, because I look at it from this take that uh, the women's team is going to get the gold medal. I believe from a financial and just from a global perspective, I think USA women's basketball is missing out on an opportunity to blow the brand up. So
Yep.
I don't even know why we're talking about if it's a snub or not, because there's some players on there, and I think she is clearly one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Diana Taurasi. But Diana Taurasi is 42 years old. Is she one of the top 12 players in the WNBA right now, currently? Probably not. But because of her presence, her resume, she belongs on the team.
Got to.
And she brings a marketability with her. When they say her name, you know that's Caitlin. Now, in terms of a snub, I don't know if this is a snub, because the only snubs that I've seen, obviously, I got Zeke not making the 92 Dream Team. That was a snub.
Yep.
Bear none. When Candace Parker didn't make the team, that was a snub.
Yeah.
People like, should we bring Caitlin on the team just to let her sit on the bench? I'm sure Caitlin Clark wouldn't have just sat on the bench. As great as she shoot, as many open shots as she would get on this team. But what's your spin on it, man? What's your spin?
What you just said. Put her in for 4 minutes. Everybody gonna double team Griner. Throw that bitch back out, and she's lighting it up. Dude, it's a business decision, man.
Yes.
And
yes.
You know, I understand the USA committee is thinking some other way, but there has to be someone on that committee to say we missing the mark with not adding this girl on this team. She brings of what Michael Jordan brought to the Dream Team. She has that in the WNBA. And so to have that cachet follow them globally,
absolutely,
you're putting more eyes on the women's sport. You're putting more eyes on the women individually. And people, I hear people on social media talking about, oh, she's not better than the 12. Don't matter about being none of that. This is we're trying to build the women's game. And what best way to build the women's game is by putting the person who has upped the WNBA profitability and put more eyes on them and add her to the USA team. And let's see what that goes.
Though. Let me ask you about this, because I've heard that too. They're like, she's not better than the 12 that's on there. Says who? Says who? Like, I'm sitting there saying to myself, why are they acting like this girl can't ball? She can play. That I'm sitting there saying to myself, that you can go get another 12 that's probably can go over there and win. But they're treating she just can't hoop. And I'm looking like, this girl can hoop. She can flat out play. And I get it. You know, I'm not going to go down that line of, jealousy and all that other stuff. But I look at it from this perspective, man. You put Clark on the back of a USA uniform, you selling 100,000 jerseys. You just
in the first hour.
Yes.
Gone.
Yes. Listen,
Jersey's
I'm
gone.
I'm watching the games, man, this past week. Caitlin isn't even playing, but there are people in the stands watching two totally different teams with Caitlin Clark jerseys on. Why are you wearing a Caitlin Clark jersey and she ain't even playing in the game this day? This is not even her
What?
team. So the
Right.
impact that she has had, just from a financial standpoint, I think the USA women's team is missing the point. And one of the reasons I think they're missing the point is because they keep trying to say that, you know, this is not about, building the brand, that the brand is building itself.
Right. Wait, what? Like the logic, the thinking on that.
They almost in 30 years. This is the most hype that the WNBA has had in its
Ever.
past 28, 29 years. Absolutely.
Ever.
And they don't want either I'm saying either the WNBA and the USA basketball, either this is like a very like shrewd kind of move they're making and saying, man, we can get more people interested if we don't put her on the team, because we could keep that conversation going about her not playing, or maybe it might be time to change who's running the selection committee, because this is just. And I saw the names of the selection committee.
Really?
And a lot of those selection committees, those are their players on that team. How does Chelsea Gray make the team and she didn't even play one WNBA game this year yet?
Right. I think they got like 4 Las Vegas people on there from Las Vegas, like Asia, Chelsea, the Jackie Young girl.
Yes. And I'm not saying again that they don't belong, but I'm just saying, because truthfully, you could have just sent the Vegas team and they would come home with the gold. I mean, let's be real.
G, you crazy, G. He's like, yo, you know what? We don't need y'all other teams. We just gonna send the Vegas squad over there.
And they could win the gold. I mean, am I lying?
That's too funny.
Hey, it's the truth. They could send the Vegas squad over there and they will win the gold. The women's USA basketball team is so far ahead of the game. And I've been hearing this thing too, man. They've been talking about the physicality of the game, that Caitlin can't handle the physicality. Then when does she handle it? At what point do you decide? Because you and I, when we went into high school playing high school basketball, we weren't ready for physicality. But once we got hit, we said, "Whoa, this is different. Let's get ready."
Now let me hit back.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there saying, y'all. They're like, there's such a difference between the college game and the pro game.
Like she can't learn on the job.
There it is right there.
I'm learning as we go.
There it is right there. How long does it take for you to recognize that I need to play stronger? I'm just saying. Because it's not like what they think she finna go in the gym and she gonna be lifting 350. I mean, that ain't I'm just saying. What are we talking about here? I mean, that's because my thing is this, man. Hey, and again, this ain't about how they guarding her and all this other stuff. I'm speaking purely from a financial marketing perspective. I just think the USA women's basketball team, man, by not having Caitlin on, because people are like, oh, Caitlin got her own fans. I can care less. You went from having nobody in the stands to gyms being packed. That is the Caitlin effect. And you give her this global opportunity. It blows up your game. Now all of a sudden, and I just believe this, that the league salaries, they get an increase. Everybody begins to make money. And I thought, as much as we're talking about basketball, I also thought this would be an opportunity for these young ladies so they don't got to play basketball, man, 12 months out of the year, because once the WNBA season is over, they got to go overseas and play just to make money. As a matter of fact, they make more money overseas than they do here.
And that's a damn shame. And it's so crazy because some of these women got families. They got kids. You know what I'm saying?
Or want to have families. They want to have families, but they can't. They can't stop playing.
And so my thing is, you want to try to get these women paid enough to where they don't have to go over the seas, where they can actually go and do other things, explore their other talents besides
Absolutely.
basketball and stay here in the States and make that same type of money. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So man, it's tough, man.
Absolutely. And my thing is this, man. Again, this is just from a financial and marketing standpoint.
Yeah.
Blow this game up. I'm not telling anybody don't guard her hard, don't make her earn it. Do what you need to do. Hey, the Piston beat Mike up for years. But I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you this, and you and I talked to Isaiah. Isaiah has always said this. He said, "Hey, what Mike is doing is good for all of us."
Yeah. Yeah.
Zeke was like, "Oh, he gonna earn it, but what he's doing, we're all gonna benefit. We're all gonna cash a check from that."
Yeah.
And that's how I feel with Caitlin right now.
Hey, let me ask you this, Will. What do you think about the OGs of the WNBA coming together, meaning Cheryl, Cynthia, Candace, and they're the owners of their own big three?
I love it. I
And
love
they,
it.
oh,
I love it. Because guess what? As crazy as
oh.
this may sound, that that probably could do better than the WNBA.
I mean, what the off season would be here in the States
Absolutely.
the women big three. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. But let's be honest. That's going they ain't gonna even let that get past the door. Cause
Nope.
cause the league already don't like the fact that Ice Cube doing it.
Cute
They
nigga,
look
right?
because they looking like we should have did it. Why didn't we do this?
Uh-huh.
The league been trying to shut Cube down. But I love the idea of that. As a matter of fact, man, that's who we need to hear more from right now. We need to hear from that Houston Comets team, the OGs
Ugh.
of the WNBA.
They was the
What's
first three. They was the first team to three-peat, right?
oh, absolutely. The
And
big you talking about
they didn't even garner the ratings and the Americanized women game. The people didn't even gravitate to the WNBA after these women did what they did.
yeah, Cynthia Cooper, who I think probably is, the greatest WNBA player ever.
Yeah.
That she was Mike Jordan. I mean, she she she's the real deal. Then they had Tina over there, man, and Cheryl. I would love, like, to me, the WNBA should even just listen, go get them. Let's
Yeah.
put them back out front.
Yep.
Bring some nostalgia back to the game. Let's mix this old with the new.
With
Have a
yes.
conversation with them and say, hey, let's get y'all thoughts on Caitlin. Let's get y'all thoughts on, this new class that has come in. Let's get y'all take on where the league is at now from the time y'all was playing to where it's at right now. Man, from a marketing standpoint, I just think, man, the league, y'all got the
Like
attention now. Do
like Will,
do so.
if I was working in the marketing department for the WNBA, I'd go get the top 10 big names from back in the day, 97, 98, 99, that at Lisa Leslie and all them, and I'll do a commercial with the new chicks of them, passing the game, passing the torch to these new girls into the new millennium. And I'm talking about have all the big company name sponsors, in the commercial. What?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think this is a
And
golden
pay them all
opportunity.
handsomely for the commercial. Pay them all
Yes.
handsomely of what they worth.
Yes. Yes. I think this is a great opportunity for the WNBA, man, to capitalize on every financial you know, opportunity out there, because they're all out there now. And it's more than just the gym shoe brand. It's everything. Like, I'm even seeing commercials with Gatorade and other things. I mean, I don't know what the lesson comes out of not adding her, But I'm not saying she was snubbed from a basketball perspective because, again, I
Right.
think there's a lot of women that probably felt like they were snubbed. But
Mm-hmm.
from a marketing perspective, this is a snub for the WNBA and the USA women's basketball. That's a
Yeah.
snub there because
And you know what? They will understand at the end of the Olympics, and when it's over and all that, they start looking at the numbers, certain things that's gonna happen. They gonna know that they missed the mark on this.
now
They won't
here's the
admit
thing.
it.
But here's the thing. Let me throw this out. This is a caveat. I'm gonna throw this out. I'm gonna go on the record right now and say I don't think it's over because
What?
listen, just like with the men's team right now, you and I both know Kyrie should be on that team. Somebody ain't gonna be able to play. Somebody ain't gonna be able to show up. Somebody gonna get hurt. That's just the reality of it. I think there's still an opportunity. I believe at some point, Caitlin Steele could get an invitation.
Mm.
You never know. You never know. But we've seen it before where they couldn't put her on the initial team.
Mm-hmm.
Then it came back around the block and they said, guess what? We need another shooter. We need another guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's